welcome back for another video. Today I'm doing like a part 2 to my revamping my scrapbook area. So I'm gonna go through some new bits I've got recently and then also start a new project, mainly to hold myself accountable, but also if anyone is looking for inspirational ideas, they may or may not find it here. So I'm going to start by going through these two little kits here. So these I got for my birthday. My boyfriend knew I wanted to get back into scrapbooking, so he found these. I believe he said he got them from Temu, and I'm really surprised by the quality of them because they're really, really good. So I might actually have a look and see if there's any other themes. So each pack comes with a little kind of notebook, which would be good for like planning and stuff. So yeah, that would come in useful. And then we've also got sort of these little memo bits. So these are kind of just sort of plain sort of brown paper. I quite like the old-fashioned look of them. And then we've got sort of like a memo one here. And then I thought these would be quite good because they're like daily planners. So sort of you can do like a daily thing on holiday or when you're traveling to sort of recap what happened each day. So that's sort of those packs there. And then we've got some sort of envelope things which would be good for sort of putting either journaling bits in, little souvenirs. There's probably so much you could put in here. So there's lots of different ones there. Some little stickery bits. These are obviously all travel themed, so I haven't actually been through these yet. Try and get them out here without making too much noise. So yeah, sort of just of buildings. That one looks quite Greeky actually, so that would be useful. Sort of like phases of the moon. I like that one. Wonderful journey. Rendezvous. So yeah, these all look quite good to use. So yeah, looking forward to using those. Again, I like sort of like the old-fashioned aspect of them. They look quite cool. And then these look like bookmarks, but I suppose they could be used as like borders. See, different. There seems to be quite a sort of Italian theme floating through, so that could be useful. Obviously got London, Paris. So yeah, I like the look of those. And then got some stickers, so Austria, Bali, the Parthenon in Greece, Christ the Redeemer, Sydney. Lots of sort of different places over the world. And then got one for France, just sort of a random map. So yeah, really excited to use these. There's a Golden Gate Bridge there. It's the UK, so that'd be good for my UK scrapbook. Denmark. Yeah, and then just some random stickers. Sort of translucent ones and then transparent ones. And then we've got some, oh, sorry. I'll pick those up in a second. And then we've got some sort of backing paper ones here. But yeah, this one would be good for my Greece scrapbook. So maybe put a sticker on each place that I go. Utah. Oh no, sorry, that doesn't say Utah. I'm trying to work out where that would be. This is where my geography gets exposed. Leaning Tower of Pisa. Sort of the Americas, and then just sort of lots of different backing papers. So yeah, these look really cool, and I'm looking forward to using those. And then this one is sort of like a blue sky edition, so this would be good for summer. And there's lots of like beach themed here, so they're really cool. And then some more sort of like backing paper bits. And then sort of blue sky, blue sky, blue sky, and some sort of stickery bits and some, yeah, more pockets there. So yeah, they're really good kits. I've never shopped from Temu before, and I've always been sort of a bit wary, but they're really good quality. So I might see what other packs they've got for other sort of themed scrapbooks as well. And then these are some paper pads that I've got recently, like they're collection ones, from a company called Echo Park. I'm sure for people who are sort of big into scrapbooking, I think these are quite a common brand. So I got all of these off Craftelier. I got some money for my birthday, so I sort of went a little bit crazy. So I've only recently started using Craftelier. I also looked at scrapbooking.com and another one which I can't remember the name of. I think it was like Paper Maze. But yeah, I've gone with Craftelier mainly because they were the ones that seemed to be the cheapest for the packs individually and the individual sort of elements that you could get, and you can earn points on your purchases and then put them towards sort of future purchases. I mean, I think I had something like 300 points from a previous order, and I left some reviews on the website for products that I bought. And so, yeah, that's kind of how I like that you can build up points by leaving reviews. And I think it saved me something like £1.50, which, considering the shipping is something like £5.95 unless you spend £100. I thought, oh, at least it's a bit of money off the shipping. So yeah, I felt a bit like that meme where it talks about like free shipping versus like when you spend £20 but you've got to pay £5 shipping, or you spend £25 and the shipping's free. I'll put it on screen, but I did feel a bit like that. But it was nice to use some points to kind of, in effect, reduce the postage. So yeah, I'll stop waffling now and start getting into the products. So this is the first collection I picked up, which was called Witches and Wizards. And this was about £8.15 for a whole collection, a whole pack, which I thought was really good. So I am going to the Harry Potter studio tour in December, but I've also been many times before and taken pictures over the years as things have sort of developed. So I thought I'd probably like to do a big scrapbook of all the times I've visited, to kind of see how it's changed over the years. So these are the stickers, which look really good. They're really good quality. They're really thick and they look quite robust. So it's not all Harry Potter themed, but most of it is. So they've got pure magic and sort of witchy stuff, which I can use for sort of anything Halloween related, but the majority of it is going to be for the Harry Potter tour. And then sort of like different sort of papers here, sort of like the pumpkin one I could also use for autumn, I suppose. And then sort of these are some sort of cut out bits. So obviously I'm assuming the owl here is meant to be Hedwig, and then sort of they've got what would look like Hogwarts there, but then all the other quotes, also apart from the book one because it is based on a book, are sort of just generic magic ones. And I like that the page is double-sided, so if there's any of the quotes that you don't like, you can use the other side. I like that this one's blank, so I can do some writing in that one. So like all the trunks there as well. And then just some more quotes there. I quite like this one. Books may well be the early form of magic. And then, mind you, I quite like the pattern on that one too. So those will be difficult to choose between. I think this is quite an old collection, so I'm sure people who are scrapbooking have seen this one before, but yeah, I really like this one. And then the next collection is another Echo Park one. So this is called Day in the Life. So I've bought this one for my new project that I'm going to start later on in this video. So it's sort of like a monthly sort of layout, which obviously you cut out each bits. And so I like that each month has got a title page, but then it's got some quotes as well, and sort of journaling cards that you can do some writing on. So I think the idea would be that you start this one in January, but because I'm doing my new project from July to July for my birthday, sort of like the start of one birthday to the next one, mainly because I'm too impatient to wait until January to start it. So yeah, that's what I'll use this one for. So I'll go into more detail in this one in a bit, but again, there's more stickers and they look sort of quite robust and thick. And then I got a bit carried away. I actually bought 2 Christmas collections, mainly because I am the kind of person who, as soon as bonfire night's over, I start with the Christmas music and stuff. But this one's actually a winter one, so I thought I can use this in sort of November, a bit of December, and then January and February. Whereas this one's purely for Christmas, and sort of I like the red and the greens for Christmas there. So this one's sort of more pastel-y coloured as well, which I like the contrast between the Christmas one. So sort of there are all the stickers, like the little penguins. And again, there's sort of more sort of just quotey cards, but also some space to do some journaling. So yeah, I like that this one's not just for Christmas. It's sort of winter all around. I do like winter, but I do get sort of a bit fed up of the early evenings, sort of the long nights. So it would be nice to sort of use this one to add a bit of colour. With the trees. Yeah, I like that they've sort of used pinks and blues and greens rather than sort of the traditional red and green ones to separate it from Christmas. The little polar bears. So yeah, rarely snows, but just in case, I hope it doesn't snow, because if it snows, it normally means I can't work. So, but yeah, if we do get a snow day, then I've got a couple of cards for that one. And then the Christmas one, which seems weird, sort of going through this in August. It's sort of like Christmas trees and reindeer. So those are the stickers. And then just sort of lots of Christmassy phrases. Yeah, I really like that paper there. Other poinsettias, stockings. Again, more sort of journal cards, snowflakes and the red. So yeah, this will look really nice at Christmas. Now I really like this one here. But again, there's some nice quotes on that one, so those will be difficult to choose from. Again, I think these are quite old collections, but I really like them, so yeah, thought I'd show you. And then these ones are just a mix of lots of different collections. So these were ones that I didn't want to get the whole pack. I just sort of wanted 1 or 2 from each collection. So this is from Life is Beautiful. So I like that these stickers had the ones that where you could write on them, although hopefully a biro will work on that. But yeah, I just really like the colours. So I thought, like, in my new project, sort of around springtime, this will be really nice. And then this one I got because I'd quite like to make a scrapbook of mine and my boyfriend's relationship. We've only been together 3 years, so we haven't really kind of got too many like years to look back on yet, but I thought it might be nice to start it while I can still remember the beginning of our relationship, and then kind of continue it, hopefully, as we're together for a long time. And then, yeah, this is from the same collection as those stickers. So sort of I like the quotes, sort of like this is the idea of it, is that it's documenting the big things, small things and everything in between, because there's like sort of certain things I remember and there's certain things he remembers that I've forgotten. So it'd be nice to be able to do something together to kind of get those all written down, and sort of I can do some writing in those. And then just some bigger cards here. And then I got this one mainly because I'm going to start my new project from the day of my birthday. But obviously, as it's going to be a year-long project, as we get through other people's birthdays, I can put those in as well. And then this collection is called Our Happy Place, and it's all about home by the looks of it. So hopefully in the next couple of years, my boyfriend and I will be looking to properly move in together into a place of our own. So it would be nice to document that, probably through all the tears and the drama of solicitors and stuff, but hopefully some good bits too as we move in, and then can hopefully document, like if it's a place that needs renovating, or as we decorate it to make it our own, then that can sort of contribute to that. I like the pastel colours of this one. So yeah, it's a bit girly, but I'm fine with that. I'm not sure if he will be, but tough. I really like this. I kind of like all the books and stuff. Yep, that's that. And then I didn't realise I'd ordered so much. This is from the Sea Life collection. So as part of my birthday this year, I went to Hastings Aquarium, and so I thought this would be cool to use. So we saw some crabs, we saw some clownfish, saw some sharks. So I thought this would be good to kind of add decoration to that. And then I just liked some of these phrases. You were turtily amazing, officially best friends. So yeah, I thought that was quite cool. And then I really liked the pattern on this. So most of these, like stingrays, crabs, clownfish, jellyfish, we saw at the aquarium. So that would be good to use. I actually got 2 of these because I really liked them. And then I think this is the last collection. So this is the Summer Vibes collection. So I'm going to Costa Rica at the end of this year. And I just thought that this, the colours of it sort of fitted like Central America theme. So it's going to be coming into their summer as we go. But so I don't actually know if I'll use the summer like aspects of it, because we're also going to be staying in the jungly part, so I'm not sure how much sunshine we're actually going to get, but I'll keep my fingers crossed. But sort of it would be quite like a mix of chill and adventure. So we've got a pool, so I can use these stickers there. So yeah, this just sort of I got for that. And then sort of it's quite tropical, quite jungly, so I thought this the pattern on there would be good, and sort of like an orangey pattern there. And then this is some sort of journaling bits and quotes. So I thought that one would be quite good. Sort of like the good vibes, enjoy every moment, keep cool in the pool. So yeah, lots of different ones I can use. And then any that, because we're not going to be near a beach, so I won't be able to use this one, but then I can put that hopefully in another travel scrapbook, or if I go to the beach in the UK, that will be good as well. So those are all the stuff I picked up recently, and there is quite a lot there, so thank you if you got through that part. And then I'm now going to start my new project, so I will get that ready and be back soon. Okay, so I'm now going to start my new project that I want to do. So I'm basically going to attempt to do a bit like Project Life, but not as intense. So I won't be doing, at the moment, I won't be doing it weekly. I want to do monthly spreads. And also because I don't know how committed I'm going to end up being. I don't know how many photos I'll end up taking. I'm going to do a small version. So this is just an 8x8 scrapbook from the works, and there are enough pages that I could potentially do 6 pages per month, which I think is manageable, I hope. So I've started doing the front cover already. So I just used a sort of flowery paper pack from the works, and then I've done some washi tape around the outside, and then this section in the middle, which I'm going to put sort of the title. I don't really have a title. I'm just going to kind of put my age and then the year that it covers. So I've just turned 34. And obviously we are in 2025 till 2026. So it will cover July to the end of June, basically. So yeah, I'll probably add some more stickers to that at some point, but at least that bit's done. And then on the first page, I love making goals and crossing them off and doing that kind of thing. So I've decided to do like a 34 at 34 kind of, it's not really a challenge, but sort of 34 things I'd like to do at the age of 34. But instead of doing them as like a long list, I've done it kind of like a bingo card. I've seen some people do this because they say, at least then you haven't got the pressure to cross everything off. You could do it that you kind of get a row or a column or, I don't know, the 4 corners or something, so that you don't have the pressure to achieve them all. But if you do, then even better. So I've done 5 rows across, or 5 squares across by 7 down, and then I've put 34 at 34 bingo in the middle, and then I'll write the ideas around them. So I've started making a list here. So there's kind of lots of different ones. There's some big ones, like I've got some travel ones, I've got some finance ones, career ones, so kind of like big things. But then I've also got some little ones like reach 100 subscribers on YouTube. So if you could give me a follow, that would be fabulous. Or like things like have a Doctor Who marathon. I just want to sit down and watch Doctor Who for a day. Or, I don't know, so I've got like read 10 books. I think that was on here. Yeah, read 10 books. But I'm going to try and split it up because I love rereading books I've already read. So I'm going to try and do it so that I do like 1 new book and then I can reread a book I've already read. So yeah, there's lots of different things on there. I haven't actually got all 34 yet. So I have left, I've got 5 things blank. So I thought, oh, that'd be good, because then if an idea comes up throughout the year, I've then got space to put that down. So yeah, I'm going to transfer from these onto here now. Okay, so as I'm filming this, it is actually the 1st of August, so I am kind of a month out with this, but my birthday's at the beginning of July, so I'm going to try and cheat a little bit and be a month. Well, I suppose I'm not really a month behind, but as in setting up each page, I'll do at the beginning of the month and then fit the photos around it sort of at the end of the month. So yeah, I'm going to try and sort of set up and complete a whole month now. So yeah, for this one, sort of like the to-do list, obviously July's over, so I've already done it. So I did have a to-do list for July, because of course I did. So I'm going to put like the bits that were on that and then just tick them off. so I've just done the to-do list. So I'm going to tick off the things that I did, which I feel like I'm cheating because I've only put on here the things that I wanted to do and that I did. So first one was to enjoy Greece. So at the beginning of the month, I was on holiday. I enjoyed it. I'm ticking it. The next one was pay my tax bill. I'm self-employed, so at the end of every July, I have to pay some tax, which it's not my favourite thing to do. I put enjoy slower days. So I am a tutor. So most of the time during term time, that's sort of my busy schedule. And then during the summer, particularly, a lot of it quietens down. So obviously people are away. Some people choose not to have lessons in the holidays, but some people carry on. So I switch a lot of my work from sort of evenings and afternoons to during the day, but it is still sort of I should have put slower afternoons really, because that's the bit I enjoy, is that I get my afternoons and evenings back, because a lot of the work is sort of during the daytime. But either way, I could tick that. And then film for tutoring videos. I'm in the process of trying to set up a tutoring website with like videos on how to do like certain areas of maths. So I managed to film 4 of those. So I'm going to tick that off too. So now I'm going to move on to the photo part of this. So I have printed off a load of photos. So these are just from over the month. So I printed them off Word, mainly because I couldn't work out how to, for some reason I couldn't print off from my computer using photos. I had to copy and paste them onto a Word document. But it's given me a good idea of the size of photos, because looking at this, I could probably make them a little bit bigger. So yeah, this is just a sort of document of the past month. So I went kayaking with my boyfriend. It rained a bit, so we did a paint by numbers. I've done a picture of my weekly schedule for during the holidays, just to show sort of how my days have changed compared to during term time. Some food we had and a film we watched, and then sort of coming back from holiday, I started watching Wimbledon, which I always mean to do every year and then never get around to it. So I made sure I did that this year, and then just some other little bits there. So I'm going to cut these out now and then arrange them probably in the order that they happened within the month, if I can remember. So yeah, I'm going to do that now. So I'm just in the process of sorting out the photos and sticking them down. So I'm actually going to leave this video here, and then my plan once all this is done is to sort of like do a recap of each month and like a plan the next month with me video. So I'm going to leave July here, and then I'll be back soon with another video talking through each month and planning the next one. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.